Hello YouTube, I'm gonna shoot in this video some ideas of anti-theft DIY systems that can prevent theft from older vehicle or new vehicles. So number one thing is check the wiring that goes to ignition switch. You're gonna cut the power. You're gonna interrupt that with a switch, and you're gonna look online for your wiring diagram of the ignition switch. The feed wire that comes from the battery, you're going to interrupt that with a switch. Make sure you get a really good 50 amp switch so you don't run into any issues with heating or anything. The number two thing is the main negative of the battery can go or run through a switch, or even the positive. So there are multiple solutions about where to put the switch, and the most important thing is remember that even if it's a simple thing for a thief to fix, for him to take the truck or car away, remember that's gonna even stall them, and theft usually has to happen pretty quick. Number three tip is you can pull one of these relays. Make sure you pull the ignition or the ECU. That way there's no chance for it to run, and make sure it's more of a chance that you pull a relay, more of the chance for them not to find the other one. These fuses are always interchangeable. Anyway, remember, this is going to stall them. That's not going to be, nobody's going to be really smart enough to make a diagnostic in the middle of the night or somewhere to steal it. So you can as well pull one of the distributor, not actually one of the distributor ignition lines. Actually gotta remove the one in the center of the distributor and the one that goes to the ignition coil. Also, you can loosen the ignition coil control modules or circuits from that harness. Just loosen it up. They will never be able to start it. Also, for example, in this Toyota, you get the ICM or the ignition control module here. You can just loosen this up, pull it, and they will never be able to start the truck. Also, you can disconnect, take this line, steal it, hide it, and they will never also be able to turn your truck on. So these are all the easiest hack you do, really handy. You can also pull the crankshaft sensors, because crankshaft sensors on any vehicles, they will not allow it to start. Though you're gonna have to reach your hand down there and stuff, so it's not really practical unless you're leaving the truck to sit for a really long period of time in a field or somewhere that you're not around. Also, some cars will have just a regular MAF sensor, something like this Toyota. This kind of MAF sensor, once you unplug it, it will never start. Some of them are like, depends on what vehicle you're running. You know your vehicle very well. So number four thing, and this is going to be kind of impossible for them to find, which is the fuel lines. Fuel lines coming from the reservoir. Make sure it's the feed line, and that's the feed line that goes through the filter. So you can basically, if it's a hard line like this, you can cut about 6 inches out of it and slide hoses and put a valve. You go underneath, turn the valve off, and they will never ever take or steal your vehicle, especially if you put that valve somewhere hidden. Like I said, it depends on which vehicles you're having. For example, this one have a hose and not a hard line, and that's even easier. And all you have to do, just cut it and get the appropriate size of valve, and then cut it. Just go underneath the truck and cut it. This, I left this as a number 4 tip because this is kind of weird to go every night. But increasingly, I was just mentioning solutions that really more proper for long-term storage and somewhere far away. So thank you all for watching this video. Hope this kind of gave a good insight into solutions for anti-theft, cheapest way, DIY way. Hopefully guys, you enjoyed this video. video and